It was great, Reginald. Thank you. And if you can put where you guys are logging on from, it would help me a lot, please. And who else do I have? Eileen, is that who's on? Can you hear me?
All right. Wait. Yes, I can hear you. I was on the phone, so I had to mute the computer.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And Merced, where's Merced, Reginald?
Merced, California, about between Modesto and Fresno.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, I have family in Fresno and Madera.
Oh, yeah, I'm about 20 minutes from Madera.
Oh, perfect. You know any of the Arthurs?
In Madera? No, I don't really know nobody in Madera.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for logging on. If you can go ahead and type in the chat box your name and where you're logging in from, it helps me, especially if we have questions at the end. I can kind of try to put names with places, and then that way when I see other places online, it helps the brain. I'm just saying. We'll give it just a couple more minutes to see if anyone else logs in. Devin from Texas. Where about in Texas, Devin? Hi, Lavis. Oh, okay. Alrighty, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me get rid of these other boxes. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a little computer illiterate, so I've come a long way in a few months, so thank you for bearing with me. Share. So tonight we're going to go over upselling Evo Rewards and Advantage Direct, which we call Resort Weeks. And before we get started, I'm going to kind of explain to you guys why this was important to me when I first came on as an agent. I came in having zero knowledge of the travel industry. And to be quite honest, I was quite overwhelmed with the trainings and just trying to figure out how to work backs or how to work tap. And it made me a little unnerved. When I found Advantage Direct, it really made it easy for me to book the travels because all you're booking is the hotel. And the flip side of it was a huge, huge asset for me at the position that I'm in now because I could instantly advertise specials online and to my family. And I actually started selling travel almost immediately after I joined the company through Advantage Direct while I was trying to navigate all the other information, which anyone who's here knows, you know, you can get a little overwhelmed, or at least I did. And to be quite honest, on a couple of them, I didn't make any commission, which was okay. Because I gave them to my family, or, you know, let my family use them. And then my friends, I made very little commission. But what this did for me in the long run, you guys, is when they went on their trip, they posted those pictures online and shared with their friends. And that is how my roller coaster started rolling. Because, you know, even though I didn't make, you know, $100 or even $50 on the trip, it was well worth the benefit in the long run. So with that being said, I will get rid of all this extra stuff for you here. There we go. So I wrote down things that you need to get into place. You do not have to have all this stuff, you guys, when you start selling Evo Rewards or Advantage Direct. I am sharing with you the trials and tribulations I had of doing it without them. But it is possible. You know, when you get into Advantage Direct and one of the trips is only a couple $100s, I was able to receive funds from the person for the 200 whatever dollars with maybe a $10 commission added onto it. So let's say the trip cost me $239. I charged the client $249. I got it in PayPal. Well, the problem was in PayPal, it had to go to my bank account, which was going to take 2 days. I was afraid that if, you know, I waited 2 days to book the trip for him, it wouldn't be there anymore. So I used my own personal debit card, you know, because it was low enough cost that I could do so. You know, you start getting in on some of these other ones that are $1,000 or more, you know, there was no way I could have absorbed that. So I went and got a PayPal business account. And to do that, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I had to apply for an EIN number. Being a sole proprietor, you can do that for free online. I don't have any employees. I don't have any other reason other than trying to get the business account with PayPal to have an EIN number. I applied online and had it immediately. I mean, they give you your number right after you're done applying online, and there's no charge for it. And then I could open up my business account with PayPal, and I ordered a business debit card right through PayPal, which is attached to my PayPal account. You use it just like a regular debit card. Anywhere you can use it at the ATM. It has a PIN number. And then as soon as people paid me in my PayPal account, I could turn around and pay those funds with my PayPal debit card immediately. So I'm not telling you that you can't do this without it. I'm just telling you it saved me a lot of headaches. So it doesn't take very long to set up or to do. I highly suggest that that's what you do. Again, you can use it with your regular PayPal account, or if you don't use PayPal, there's other money apps out there. I just strongly suggest that you get a way that you can instantly use the money that's in there. And then invoicing capability. If you use PayPal, they have an invoice feature right in PayPal, and I love it. That's exactly what I use. It's really simple to use. You can put anything in there that you want. It's very, very simple. Okay. Another important tip is be sure you get a credit card authorization form for each and every transaction that you do, no matter how you are paying the vendor. You know, if you're not taking their credit or debit card, if you take their credit or debit card information and use it in any way, shape, or form other than them paying you through PayPal, make sure you get a credit card authorization form. This is another reason I love PayPal. I do not have to take in or collect any credit or debit card information. It goes through PayPal. So, and to find the form for the credit card authorization, it is in your travel cafe in the back office under forms. If you're having a problem, locate it, just private message me on Facebook and I'll send you a copy of the one I use. And again, just to go a step farther, I added my own, you know, I made it my own, the form that Archer has in the back. But again, there's nothing wrong with the one they have in the back. You can use everything you need to run your office is basically in the back office. Okay, Evo Rewards. If you've recently joined Evolution Travel, this feature was included in your enrollment. When I enrolled, it was not. I had to pay for it, which I have no problem with because it's well worth the cost, you guys. I travel a lot to go to Evolution events and Diva Empower events. And this is mainly what I use to book my travel because it usually beats TAP or VAX or anything else I can find, especially when I'm putting together package deals. If I'm doing a flight and a hotel, I love Evo Rewards. And yes, you don't make commission, but you're getting the low cost. So if you don't have access, you can purchase it right through your back office. Advantage Direct. As soon as you enroll, you have instant access to Advantage Direct. It can be found in your travel cafe. If you just go into the travel cafe and in the search bar in the top right-hand corner, type in Advantage Direct, the little box will open up and it will tell you exactly what's on the screen. No registration required. Here is your login information. And that is your login, resorts@myevolutiontravel.com, and the password is evolution. Gives you instant access to Advantage Direct. This is my favorite of all time. So key points to remember when using Advantage Direct and Evo Rewards: you do not get paid commission on these bookings. You must upsell them or add your own commission on to make commission. Or you can use them for your own use at these discounted prices. Or again, you can pass it on to your family and friends. Be aware, you must read everything, you guys. Do not assume anything is included. You get what you see is exactly what you get. And when you're in the resorts, in the resort weeks in Advantage Direct, make sure you pay special attention to the mandatory all-inclusive on Advantage Direct resort weeks. And we'll go over that. So let me go to the next share because we're going to jump right in and go right to Advantage Direct. So bear with me. Oops. Okay. So once you guys use your the username and login, it's going to bring you to this page. And this is why we call it Resort Weeks, or I call it Resort Weeks. So, and this is basically what you're going to see on the page. So you go up to the top where it says Resort Weeks, and you can choose for last minute travel within 60 days of travel. And we're going to do both real quick. So you click on the within 60 days of travel, and then you have to scroll down for it to populate. And in this one, you can filter it by destination. You can sort by location, dates, resort, size. But we'll just use this for an example. This right here shows you all-inclusive at the Tropical by LHVR. This shows you the dates that it's available, how many people it sleeps, and this is the regular retail price. This is what it's going to cost you, you guys, $239. That's it for 7 days. So, you know, this hotel sleeps 4. And when you're talking upsell, if you have 2 couples, you can tell them it's $250 a piece. That's $700. Look at, for $700 per week, look at the money they're saving. Or you could sell it to them for $250 a piece. Or if it's your family, you can sell it to them for $250 and only make it, you know, $11 commission, and then have, you know, they've got this great deal. So again, it's your choice how you choose to upsell it. So we're going to go ahead and click on select. Sorry for the pokey internet. Okay, and this is what I want you to be aware of, you guys, for the mandatory. Can you guys mute your background, please? I'm getting a lot of feedback. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so if you scroll down here under the description, it's going to tell you key elements of the mandatory all-inclusive. And it tells you the mandatory all-inclusive rate is $80 per person per day. So yeah, they're only going to pay $239 for the resort, but this resort is a mandatory all-inclusive. That means it's not optional. That means if they get there, when they get there, this is what they have to pay. So you have to give full disclosure to your clients. So again, if you do the math, you guys, $80 a day times 7 days. I suck at math, but that's about what, 7 and 8 is 56, $560 if I'm doing my math right per person. So $560 per person, and let's say 2 people were going, you split the $250 in half. That's $125. So for $700, and I'm lost on my math, but we'll just say for $750 a person. So if that's 2 people, that's $1,500. It still is nowhere near this $48.93 in cost. So that is how you explain to your clients. For you to book it with me today, you have to give me whatever price you're asking for on it. When you get to the resort, this is what you will have to pay. And again, most people who go to all-inclusive resorts are going to still think that's one heck of a deal. And if you go during the holidays, be sure to read this. It says mandatory gala supplement for December 24th, which is Christmas Eve, and December 31st, which is New Year's Eve, of $60 per person. You know, and then they show the half rate for kids, 4 to 12. But, you know, that's in addition to the $80 a day, you guys. So make sure you read everything, because the last thing you want is for your client to get to this resort and go, are you kidding me? I had no clue that this is what had to happen. So make sure you're telling your clients, you know, make sure you read everything and tell them everything that there is to know on there. So we're going to go back up and we're going to do the up to 12 months in advance. I know I'm going through this kind of quick, you guys, but I just want to show you the features. And when we get close to the end, I'll open it up for questions. So just bear with me. And this is being recorded. So I hit the resort weeks for up to 12 months. And then if you scroll down, this is what you get to do on anything. If you click on the 60 days, you don't get a choice. Here you can select your location. So we're just going to select, we'll select Arizona. And then you go down to the months and it'll allow you to pick 3 months. If my computer catches up, there we go. So we're going to pick December of 2018 and April of December 2017 and April 2018. Then you hit submit. And again, sorry for the pokey internet. And then this is going to populate your list. Again, you're seeing all the ones in December. And again, you can go in and do the dates, resort, size. So, and if you scroll to the bottom, it shows you that there's 3 pages. So we're seeing the prices for December. I want to see what the prices are for April. So I'm going to hit number 2 to go to the next page. We're still in December, so I better hit 3. Yeah, so there's April. So you can see the difference in the price. It's $839.90 in April versus, or in this one, but still, I mean, if you go in and read what you get for it. So we're going to go back to page 1. So there you go. This one's $580. And again, you guys, this sleeps 6. So, you know, if you got 3 couples that are going down, you can give them a very inexpensive 1-week vacation. And, you know, if you stay under the $1,750, that's normal retail price. They are still winning. So, you know, this is where you can make instant cash in your pocket. You know, when everybody came into the business, they all said profit in your pocket. And this is exactly what they were talking about. You upselling resort weeks and Evo rewards. So I'm going to show you how I market these real quick. So we're going to open this back up just so you can see there's an awful lot of information in here. I do a lot of advertising on Facebook, you guys, and then I make my own flyers. And when I make my own flyers, all I do is cut and paste into a document. If my internet cooperates. There we go. So as you can see here, and then again, you know, you don't want to give them this price if you're going to put commission on it. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Let's say you're not trying to get rich and your friends are going, so you're only going to charge them $600. That's fine. Or it's your mom and dad and you're only going to charge them $580. That's fine too. You know, again, this is where you set your commission. If it's 6 people going, you could charge each couple $500 a piece, and it's still under the regular retail price of $1,750. You know, they're getting it for $1,500. You're saving them $250. So again, you have to use your better judgment and make it easy to market. So, oops, sorry guys. This is my Facebook travel page, and I'm just going to show you what my ad looks like online. This one is for a Tahiti village. This is the, and I put in the key points. This is what gets their attention when they're looking online. It says, it regularly retails for this amount. This is how much I'm selling it for. And to be honest, I think it was like $238, I think was the cost. So there's $200 for me because it sleeps 4 people. It's probably going to be 2 couples. You click on see more, and all I did was put down the highlighted points. And then I also, with this one, has a resort fee. So I included that so that when they get to the hotel, they know that they're going to be charged a resort fee of $16.80 per night, $16.80. I don't want them to have any surprises when they get there. They have nice photos. You can scroll through the photos and pick which one you like. They're quality photographs that you can use for advertising. They make nice flyers. And here's another one. But that's how easy it is. And then even if someone doesn't book this trip, you guys, it's open, and people say, oh, I don't want to go to Hawaii, or I don't want to go here. Do you have anything to the Caribbean, or do you have anything to Spain? It opens up the door for you. And the big talk lately has been secret agents, and I just think it's funny. I love that word, but it's the truth, you guys. If you're not posting things that you can do, no one knows. They don't know. You have to get it out there. Hang flyers, put it online. And then we'll go real quick to Evo Rewards. And this is, again, you access it through your back office. You click on the little tab that says Evo Rewards, and it'll take you right to the Evo Reward. Well, there's another little box you have to click that says take me to my discount reward site or something. I'm not thinking of what it says. And then it brings you here. But just so you can see, you guys, you can do hotels, flights, packages, activities, vacation homes. And again, it's just real simple. It works a lot like Expedia Tap. You just enter the information in. Flights, round trip, one way, multi-stop destination. And again, it gives you the choices that you can choose from. It reminds me a lot of Tap for those of you who have used Tap. So let me get back here. Sorry. So does anybody have any questions real quick that you want me to go over something, or?
Yes.
Go ahead. There's too much background noise, you guys, so I'm gonna mute you. And there you go. And if you need to talk, you can unmute yourself and then put yourself back on mute. So anyone who has a question, or you can type it in the chat box. I'll open up the chat box as well.
I have a question, Tanya. This is Lavise.
Hi, Lavise. Go ahead.
Hi. Once we get the credit card authorization form printed off the internet, the first thing that we're supposed to do is fax it to the person so they can, our client, to do the signature, or can they do the signature electronically through the computer?
I have them physically sign it, Lavise, and if they don't have scanning capabilities, almost everyone has a smartphone these days. They can take a picture of it with their smartphone and send it to me through my Facebook Messenger if they want. Or
with their signature on it.
With their signature on it. You need to have their signature on file when you're using their credit card. And again, it's to cover your own behind.
Okay.
And then again,
and do we?
Go ahead.
Okay, then once we receive the authorization form with their signature on it, regardless if it's through a fax or a smartphone screenshot, do we send it to Art to Travel, the headquarters, or just keep it for our file?
I have mine on my file because the way I understand it is if they need it, we have to be able to produce it. So for every client, I have a file and that information is in their file. And also when we fill out our booking and travel.
Okay, I understand that.
And when we fill out our booking and travel commission forms, you know, if I have taken in payment from them through my slide reader and taken in their card, I put their card number in it no matter how I pay for the trip. And again, as you guys get going in further,
And that's,
if I take
okay, so you're talking about as far as in the comment section when we, at the bottom towards when we fill out the actual commission form through our back office, I did see that on the bottom of the form where you can make a notation. Well, I think it asks you what type of card they use or something like that. So, and that's where you specify MasterCard, credit card, and you give them the last four of the credit card number that they use, right?
Correct. And then if there's ever if there's ever a case of fraud or someone questions the transaction, then you have all the information that you need to cover yourself. That's why it's so important in credit.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, that's good because I have a printer, a scanner, and a copier in one whole machine. So that's good. Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. So I'm sorry, you guys, I'm trying to keep up in the message box. Bear with me here. But do you have to pay a deposit or purchase the resort week to guarantee is there's to sell from your advertisement? No. And again, the only ones, Eileen, to answer your question, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. If they call me and that week is no longer available, it's no longer available. You know, I've taken no money in, you know, when I'm just throwing these advertisements out. And again, I tell all my clients when I talk to them, nothing is guaranteed or saved until you actually put money on the product. In this case, there is no deposit. You're paying for it in full. So, you know, and again, if you're dealing with couples, and I'm not trying to confuse anybody, but let's say you upsell, it was $250 and you're selling it to 3 couples and you charge each couple $250. The first couple who pays you $250, guess what? You can go in and buy it now because you have the money. And then, you know, get the other $250 from the other people at a later date if they can't do it that day. You know, let's say, oh, I get paid on Wednesday, but the one people could pay you today. You know, that's a way you can, it's paid for now. Then you can take the money in at a later date. So it's all on a you know, your client's needs. But there's no way to guarantee it from your advertisement, to answer your question. Did that answer your question? And Eileen, you can unmute yourself if you're able. You should be able to unmute yourself and then mute yourself. If I didn't answer your question, type it back in the box. So there's no commission for Evo Rewards.
You did.
Oh, okay, thank you. So there's no commission, no, and there's no commission either, Reginald, on either of these. You set your own commission on both. You know, it's not like you would book through TAP and it says, oh, ding, 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 you've made X amount of dollars. These don't work that way. These are designed for us as travel agents to take advantage of deep discount rates for our personal travel, to share with our friends and family at a discounted rate by upselling, or your clients, you know. And again, that's how I stayed afloat when I first started, because it took me, and I'm not kidding, I was very computer illiterate, and I was struggling with the trainings because I was having computer issues, not because the training was hard, but because my computer would freeze up or it wouldn't load like videos. And, you know, I was really, really having a hard time. So it took me like twice as long as probably the normal person to get on and do the trainings. And I didn't want to get devastated. It's telling me I got 10 more minutes. So that's why I use these. And again, like I said, when I first started using them, Reginald, I gave them to my family at no cost because it's, and this answers, I don't know, I don't want to, Laura, I don't want to butcher your name, but no, you can use your Evo Rewards for your family. you can let anyone purchase these through you. Only commission, however, you charge your client upfront fee, it is your choice. Correct. So you take all payments for Evo rewards through PayPal. You don't have to, you guys. You know, you can, let's say you're having two couples go through and you don't want to go through PayPal. You can take one person's credit card and charge it, you know, the amount. But, you know, if you're upselling, it's a little harder to do without an invoice in PayPal. You know, I'm not going to tell you that you can't do it, but, you know, what are you going to tell your client? This only costs $750, but I'm going to use this card for $239. And then, you know, how are you going to take other payments from their other cards? You know, you have to, I don't know how to, I'm stepping on my words here, but PayPal is so easy to use. Yes, you can use it for your friends and family. And sorry, guys, I'm trying to go through these before it. Down payment you took from the other couples back out. Well, if the other couple's back out, the other couple already has it paid for. You know what I'm saying? Because it only costs $200 and whatever dollars. So that would be your choice. You know, if they still want to go, and you have to read the fine print in there. You know, I think when you buy the resorts, it's non-refundable. So, and it's non-transferable. Again, you have to read all the information when you get to the booking page. And especially in last minute travel, you know, most people that are doing the last minute travel are inside the 60 days. You know, and there's, you know, and you're talking airfare and that kind of things. When you're just booking hotels, usually you can cancel the day before without a chargeback. But again, I'd have to go into the fine print, Lisa, to find out exactly what the issues would be with a refund. So I don't have a printed out one from someone that I printed a trip for right in front of me. But, you know, it's going to tell you exactly what the deal is when you get to the booking page. And like I said, to reiterate, make sure you read everything. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Tanya, I meant specifically with like Advantage Direct. If it costs $239 and you get, say, $400 from the first couple and the other two back out, do you just go ahead and let the first couple go by themselves for $400 because that's the right thing to do?
If that's what they want to do, I sure would, because you're still making, you know what I'm saying? You're still making, I can't do the math in my head, right, but you know, you're still making your thing. And again,
no, but I get mine.
And like I said, when I first started doing it, Lisa, I didn't make a dime on my first 3 trips that I booked through Advantage Direct because it was my family. And, you know, it showed them, that I was credible as a travel agent. You know, and when they went on their trips and started posting stuff online, that's when my phone started blowing up. People were like, oh, these people really do trips, you know. She really does book travel. Oh, they're having fun. Their friends saw it. So, I mean, you know, it's all on a personal basis, how you want to run your business, your business.
Okay. And about PayPal, do you have to have a PayPal account to make a payment through PayPal?
No.
Like if the client doesn't have a PayPal account, but they have a charge card, can they pay me $200 using their Master? Okay, gotcha.
Yes,
okay.
There's a little link. If you look at if someone sends you a PayPal link, there's one that'll say log into your PayPal account, or it'll say continue without enrolling or continue without registering, something to that effect. And they click and it lets them input their credit and debit card information, and then you get the money. And it is no charge for people to pay.
Okay.
You only get charged when you receive the money.
Okay. And I guess if they do that friends and family, it wouldn't be any charge anyway, right?
No charge, correct. And again, on a business account, I don't have that option anymore with the friends and family, you know, or I'll put it this way. Okay. It's easier for me not to do it that way, because then I'm getting into IRS issues and different types of things, you know, with a business account versus a personal account. You have much more leniency when you do personal accounts, much more. And being sole proprietors of our own business, that's all above board and it's all legal. I'm not saying there's nothing illegal about it at all. I don't want to make that impression. But you know, there's we run other businesses as well, Lisa. So that's why I chose to do the business account. It makes my paperwork easier. My accountant's going to love me because everything's not jumbled all together. You know, I made personal choices to do the business account. It had nothing to do with legalities or anything. It was mainly personal choice. But I'm just saying that having the PayPal debit card, and you know, I don't know if that's allowed on the private account, on your personal account or not. But that has been a godsend for me because, you know, immediately, for an example, these people who did their Disney thing, you know, sent me $3,000 and I bought their Disney tickets and stuff instantly online, you know, and I could do the transaction instantaneously because they sent it to my PayPal account and I could turn around and use my card and put it right on the thing. You know, and again, it was, and I upsold out of Evo Rewards my Disney tickets because they were cheaper than Disney. So, you know, I got them for, you know, $2,800 and whatever dollars. And on the Disney site, they were $3,200. I split the difference. So I made, you know what I mean? I made like $200 on my Disney tickets because I got them through Evo Reward. Where'd I get them through? Evo Reward? Or not Evo.
I didn't even know we could get Disney tickets through Evo Rewards.
Or was it? Hang on. Where'd I get them from? Bear with me. Where'd I get them? Yeah. Was it through Evo?
Was it in the discount directory?
Oh, no. It was my discount. It was in our discount directory. Excuse me. In our discount directory, it was where I went.
Okay.
Sorry. And I forgot all about that, you guys. Our discount directory. I'll have to add that on the next training. I totally forgot about that.
Tanya, I have another question.
Go ahead. And who am I speaking with?
Eileen again.
Hi.
So when I first started, I was signing up with PayPal, and it was all totally new to me. And I kind of didn't know what to do to finish it off because they were talking about the different companies that you can use for your payment processing. And then there were fees with that. And I didn't want to get into a company that was better or worse than another. When I asked for information, I actually got steered away from using PayPal. So I went into Square Cash. But I do really like the idea that PayPal has the invoice options. And I wouldn't mind having that as a payment option. Would you be able to recommend one of the companies to use for the payment?
And Eileen, are you talking?
You know what I mean? Are
you talking for your e-commerce account?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think that's what it is. They say that you have to have a company to handle your payment, like the little pay button, whatever.
See, and I don't, I don't use that. I use right in PayPal. They have a link that I can send my clients and it pays me direct. They email me, I send them the quote and an invoice and they pay me direct. I do not have to use an outside merchant. It goes direct through PayPal.
Oh.
Lisa,
is that the difference if you use a business account?
What?
Eileen, is that the difference when you get a business account?
The business account, and again, I did that for personal reasons. And if I'm not mistaken, I couldn't get the debit card without a business account. And again, it's been a little while since I've got the account, but I think that's why I chose the business account, because then I could get the debit card at no charge. They didn't charge me for the debit card. But it's just through PayPal. And, you know, my PayPal account is linked to my bank account because I so choose to have it that way. So I can transfer funds between my PayPal account and my bank account. I now have the debit card, so I don't have to transfer funds to my bank account. I can use my debit card for payments for myself personally.
Oh.
So, you know, that